Hey there. I wanted to do a quick video, and today I wanted to talk about some, well, Facebook Marketplace scam that's kind of going around. It's been around forever, and you were probably a part of this scam if you used it. If you use Facebook Marketplace or some even all sorts of other apps do the same exact thing. It's not really a scam that's designed to get your money or steal stuff from you. That's what most people are worried about on these apps. It's simply, it's an information scam. That's all it is. It's kind of, I wouldn't say harmless, but it's annoying if you're trying to sell stuff or get rid of stuff. So the background is I use Facebook Marketplace all the time to either sell something that I want to part with, or a lot of times, most of the time what I do is actually put stuff up on there for free, just because I'd rather see it go to someone who could use it rather than throw it away. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been using it for a long time, and it's taken me a while to figure some of the ins and outs out of the thing. So there's a lot of people that I talk with that they want to do the same thing, and they say, oh, I use it all the time with a lot of success, and they may say, I always have trouble with it. The people never meet up with me, and nothing ever works. So I wanted to kind of go over some, I wouldn't say common sense ground rules, but some basic ground rules when you're dealing with Facebook Marketplace. Number one that I like to do is I always have people meet me at my house. So that's the first thing. That's my golden rule. They come to my house to meet me. A lot of people don't want that to happen. And for those people that say, I don't want people coming to my house, I completely understand that. At the same time, what I'm going to say doesn't really apply to you, because the basic is I have them come over to the house. So the majority of people that I meet up with, they are not trying to steal things. They're not trying to do anything else. I come across people that are simply just, I put something up on there, and these people, like, I'll give you an example. This person said, I was getting rid of a desk. It was like $20. I'm like, here's a desk. Person popped up and said, is it available? Well, that's a pretty common thing. It's like, yes, it is. And I told them, I said, to be honest, we went back and forth. I said there was another person in front of them, because I try to make like an order that people pick up stuff. So when I do something, I kind of make a queue line, and I deal with the first come, first serve, and I try to see that through within reason. So I say, yeah, it's available. So then they came back with, and they said, I'm interested, I want to pick it up. When are you available? And I said, evenings mainly. The weekend isn't really good. And then I said, how far are you from, and then my location. Now, when I give out my location, I put it actually in the ad when I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I don't put my address in there. I don't say I'm at 123 West Street. I don't say that. What I do is I pick the nearest major cross-section that people can pick out on a map and say, okay, this is the location. I only put Facebook Marketplace onto the people near me thing, and so I say I'm near Q and 111. And they go, okay, so anyone in the area should know where Q and 111 are. If not, a very quick map search will tell them Q and 111, oh, that's 20 minutes of a drive away from me. A lot of people like, I don't want to drive 20 minutes for something free or something like that. So they're like, never mind. I don't want to do that. But this person said, would you like cash or Venmo after that? They didn't answer the question. I said, how far away are you from my location? Because I wanted to know. So they didn't answer that question. So that was my first problem. And then they said, would you like cash or Venmo? And I said, cash, please. And then they said, please give me your cell phone number. And that's where I'm like, we use these apps, and these apps communicate through, you can communicate through the app. You don't need to give out your cell phone number. You don't need to give out your email address. So those, I think, of this whole video, that's your golden ticket rule. Do not give out your cell phone number. Do not give out your email address. And so I went on to say, I don't give out my cell phone number. And that was the last time I ever heard from that person. So I never heard back from them. So they were very interested in picking up my desk that I was selling. And then they're like, give me your cell phone number. And I'm like, no. And then they stopped communicating with me. Well, that's not because they needed the cell phone to communicate. That's because they needed my cell phone number. Because then right after I gave them my cell phone number, they turned around and put that on a list and they sold it to somebody, right? They go around and do this all day, all across everywhere. All they do is gather cell phone numbers and email addresses, put them on a list, sell them to somebody. So they're selling your information. So when you strictly use the app to communicate and don't give them any other information, they cannot do that. So you'll see as soon as they're like cell phone number and you say no, they don't even say I'm not interested anymore, and they don't even try to clarify anything. They're just like done. They stop communicating with you completely. Other people that are actually interested and want your cell phone number simply for communication, you say, I don't use the cell phone number, I just use the app. And they go, okay, because 99.9% of people are using this app on their cell phone. So they just bring their cell phone with them. Novel idea. So then this next person contacted me, and they said, same thing, I'm interested, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I looked at the picture, because I'm like, who is this? So I looked at the picture, and there was just some lady on there. I'm like, okay, kind of an interesting profile picture, but whatever. And then I looked underneath it, and then they said, this person's profile was Lori, with a picture of this white lady on there. This person said, Lori has locked his profile. So that was a red flag. Picture of a white lady on there, locked his profile. So before I took the screen capture, I had actually looked at this early on as soon as this person contacted me, and there was no other information in this Facebook profile at all, except for one little kid's picture on there that was clearly from another country. Honestly, with the background and everything, it looked like somewhere in India. And that was it. They put that picture up, and then right after that, it changed to this white lady, and that was the only thing that had happened on this account. And then down at the bottom of this, it said, only his friends can see what he shares on the profile. Now, this isn't supposed to be a gender thing or like what people identify as, nothing like that. This is basically, more than likely, a male started this profile and then would get more clientele with a different person. It's essentially catfishing. So they're like, oh, they changed their profile to this. And then as soon as I interacted with this person, they locked their profile out from me. They essentially blocked me. So it's like, okay, I see what's happening here. But this person, Lori, whoever Lori is, also asked me, said, is this still available? I said, I have one person interested. I'll let you know if they fall through. That other person, which I was talking about earlier, that person fell through. So I contacted Lori back, and I said, looks like the other person fell through, so it's available. And then Lori responded and said, I'm very interested. I can pick it up. Please text or call my cell phone number, and then gave me the cell phone number. Or send me your cell phone number. So this was another interaction. They said, I can pick it up right now. I'll be right there. here's my cell phone number, text or call me. So it didn't matter which way you go there. You can text, they got your cell phone number. You can call them, they got your cell phone number. Same thing either way. And I said, sorry, I don't release my cell phone number. And that is when Lori blocked me. Didn't even say I'm not interested, why, none of that. Just blocked, stopped all communication. People clearly just going for your cell phone number. So that's some of the stuff to look out for. People just want your email address. They just want your cell phone number. They might want both. They're going to do anything to try to get at it because it's not worth a ton of money right off the bat. But if you get 1,000 of them and put them on a list, it becomes a good chunk of money for them. So people are constantly out there fishing for valid cell phone numbers. And this way, when you interact with these people, they can legitimately mark down under a business law somewhere that they tried to or started interacting with you to do some sort of business. And then it makes it possibly, I don't know, probably makes it legal in some sort of term at that point in time. Because I've ran into this a lot. So yeah, cell phone number, email address. This is typically the way things go. Another big red flag to look for is someone who's really willing to buy whatever you have, sight unseen, and not discussed at all. So when I put up something, we'll say this desk, I put it up there for $20. And I put the condition, what it is, I give all the pictures of all the bad things on it, like nicks, cuts, dents, scrapes, anything like that. So I'm not trying to fool people into thinking it's something different. And then I put it up there and someone contacts me and says, is this still available? I want to buy this right now. What's your Venmo? And so I'm sitting there. Most people would sit there and go, wow, here's my Venmo information. Like, they're not trying to steal your Venmo information. What's your Venmo information? It's your cell phone number or your email address. Same thing, right? So they say, what's your Venmo? And I say, well, did you want to see this in person? No, it looks good on the photos. Just what's your Venmo number? It's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm at Q and 15 on the street. Where are you? And then I've had this happen to me. I say, I'm at Q and 15. Where are you? And they say, I'm close by. Red flag, close by. It's like, oh, okay. Where are you? Like, where are you coming from? Which way? And they say, I'm just right around the area. I'm like, oh, okay, like a neighboring city? They're like, yeah, a neighboring city. So I purposely pick a city that's nowhere near where I am. Nowhere whatsoever. I say, oh, okay, are you close to Chicago? And they go, yeah, I'm right next to Chicago. What's your Venmo? When you take the conversation out of text and you say it like I'm saying it right now, where are you? I'm here. Where's here? I'm just somewhere. Well, where's somewhere? It's like, I'm close. But like, I'm in Nebraska. Where are you? It's like, and I didn't say I'm in Nebraska, but I mean, I'm like, I live in Nebraska. And then I say, you close to Chicago? They don't know where I am because they're catfishing information from somewhere. So they just go, they think Chicago is my nearest major city that I'm using for reference because I'm sitting there to them. They think I'm just sitting there going like, oh yeah, Chicago's 15 minutes away. Are you near Chicago? And then they go, that must be their point of reference. So yeah, I'm near Chicago. That's it, exactly. I'm near Chicago. 100% near Chicago. In fact, I'm in Chicago right now. And that's when I just stop talking with them. Stop talking with them, go down at the bottom, press the block user. You don't want to talk with those people. People that want to see that stuff sight unseen, you don't want to deal with that. So always have a meaningful conversation with them and verify that they've looked at it. Because again, in my description, I put where I'm located right there. I say, have you looked at the ad? They say, yes. And I say, are you good with the pickup location? Because again, I only pick up from my house. I don't meet people anywhere else. I do believe there is a large number of people out there that get a jolly, pardon the term, to get a jolly off of simply just saying, hey, I'm going to meet you 2 miles away at the hardware store at 5 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock, they're in a grocery store, they're at home drinking beer or doing something. And they look at their watch and they go, ha ha, that person's just at a hardware store with a desk in the back of their car right now. Oh my gosh, people will fall for anything. I do believe there's a large number of people do that because so many of these people never ever show up to these things. So I'm always like, come to my house. That way, if you don't show up, I'm not out anything. Also, if you want to, you could say, hey, come to my house, and then take whatever it is and put it on your front porch. There it is, it's out front. And then when they pull up, say, hey, I'm here, I want to pick this up, and you go, I put it on the front porch, leave the money under the mat if you want to buy it. I'm really sick right now, so I don't want to get you sick, so I'm staying inside the house. Don't let them know that you're not there. Don't let them know anything else. Just say, I'm really sick. I didn't want to talk to you in person. Leave the money underneath the mat. And you know what? If you're in the area, it's like, well, what happens if they steal whatever it is? That's kind of life. They must have needed that thing more than you did. And if they're willing to steal for it, then, I mean, you don't want to confront those people anyway, because if they're willing to steal for it, you never know what they have, right? I've done plenty of these things where it's like, yeah, I might have a weapon on me when you show up. You never know, but it's my property, so good luck with that. But you never know these things, right? So just take it easy, use common sense. If it helps, it might. If it helps, take your conversation, read it out loud to yourself, to somebody else. Once you say things out loud, it registers in your brain differently. If you read your conversation that you're having between this person out loud to yourself, and either you or somebody else says, that's kind of weird, stop. If your brain's giving you a red flag, it's doing it for a reason. Stop. Cancel it. Worst case scenario, you don't sell anything. I mean, that's like, okay, I can't sell this. I didn't sell this. Like, might have to throw it away, or maybe you turn to eBay or something like that. But anyways, so most of these people on Facebook Marketplace, when they interact with these people, are just looking for your email address and phone number. Those are looking for those two things just to put on a list and sell to somebody else. And some people, a smaller portion probably, are just looking to displace you for some reason. Get you out to a grocery store parking lot waiting for 20 minutes for them to show up when they never do. And it's like they pretty much ruined your evening plans at that point in time. Anyways, I've talked with a lot of people about this, given them the same information. They said, oh, that was some good pointers. So I hope somebody found this helpful. And good luck selling stuff or getting rid of stuff for free. And wish you the best. Take care. Bye.